movement.
All right. How does it really make you feel to hear that indeed there will be a reduction in the price of an essential commodity, like the automotive gas oil, popularly known as diesel? Of course, we do begin to imagine that the attendant effects will be positive on the prices of goods, commodities, and services as far as Nigeria is concerned. Well, that's the news emanating from the angle of the Dangote Petroleum Refinery, saying that going forward, the price of diesel will now be 1,000 naira, buyable by marketers, down from the proposed 1,200. You recall that diesel has been selling for 1,500, 1,600. But now the indigenous refinery, talking about Dangote Petroleum Refinery, has brought good news to Nigerians that marketers can now get it at a price of 1,000 naira, down from the proposed 1,200 naira. Do you think it should rub off on the economy as we speak? There's no gainsaying the facts that the economy is not smiling, and the reason why Nigerians too may be not smiling as we speak right about now. Well, these are many other issues we'll talk about on the program this beautiful Wednesday morning, a special edition of the program of this. Good morning, you're listening to me right now. 5 minutes gone past the hour of 9. You know, every weekday we bring you Open Parliament. It's another day to bring you that special edition of Open Parliament. You know how we do it every Wednesday. And it won't be any difference, just that there would be a slight difference indeed. Well, today is the 17th day in the month of April 2024. Of course, you're listening to your darling dial, talking about 99.9 FM Family Love. My name is Vivian Chim, and I'll be your anchor this morning on the program. Mr. C is unavoidably absent. Of course, you know how we do it on the program. We usually have the presence, sometimes virtually, of Sir Chikwe Udensi, of course, a man that talks to us every Wednesday. But today we have his representative right here in the studio. The security expert will not be speaking with us directly, be speaking with us through his representative. In due course, most definitely, we'll let you in as to who we have in the studio right now. A lot of issues to dissect this morning, ranging from the Dangote Petroleum Refinery, saying that diesel price will now be 1,000 naira as buyable by the marketers, down from the proposed 1,200 naira. So the issues happening right here in Abia State. We'll dissect all of these on the program. My name is Vivian Chima, and I'll take you through the program. I'll drive you through the program this morning. I have in the studio with me live the Director General, Build a New Abia, talking about Bana. He is none other than Ambassador Chigorom Okihi. He's representing Sir Chikwe Udensi this morning on the program. A very good morning to you, Sir Chigorom Okihi. How are you doing?
Good morning, Vivian, and good morning to all Abians listening. I'm doing well.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, first off, straight up to business without much ado. Let's start with the issue of the Dangote Petroleum Refinery, because, of course, it has to do with every single being in Nigeria. If you don't use diesel, most definitely you go to industries that use diesel. You also work in industries that use diesel, and also diesel is one of the things we use in Nigeria alongside petrol and all of that. So let's discuss this one first off, talking about the diesel price. Some persons feel that if we have this continuous reduction in the price of diesel, most definitely it is expected that it should have, attendant effect on the economy, because the skyrocketing prices of goods and services in Nigeria is no longer a joke. As far as Nigerians are concerned, everyone is affected. Virtually everyone. Gone are the days when you would say it's affecting just the poor, but now the rich are also crying. So what's your take?
Yeah, Vivian, the issue concerning diesel is something that eventually has become a very important topic, because it has been an item that drives the economy because of epileptic power supply, which is very, very disheartening to say that our country is still like battling with steady power supply. So we now depend on diesel, both the companies, the transporter, heavy duty transporters, and so many things depends on diesel to strive. And it's a cheering news when we heard that Dangote is saying that it's no longer 1.2, but now 8,000 naira per liter. But the issue here is that, is it obtainable? Has it been visible? Because Nigerians are very good in, to question is this price based on the already price in the market, or the price based on the cost of producing this diesel? Because I think, because if you value the crude oil is locally produced. So what are the indices that will still make this commodity to be sold at 1,000 naira per liter? Or are they just doing a bad matters by it is sold at 1,700, let us sell at 1,000 naira? So I think that the government should also come into this and bring it down. Let it reflect the cost. Let it actually reflect. And also, our refineries should also we should see to it that our refineries should start functioning. so that there will be competition in the market. Whenever the monopoly is one-sided, the people suffers. Yes.
Okay, now quickly before we move to other issues, of course, other biting issues, talking about being locally sourced and having local production sites here and there, especially of crude oil. Very many persons believe that if we, just like you said, if we begin to encourage local production of things, of course, it will boost the currency, talking about the Naira. In recent times, the Naira has continued to gain strength against the dollar. At some point, it was about 1,900 Naira to a dollar. But now we have 1,000 Naira or thereby 1,100 Naira, 1,080 Naira to a dollar, so to speak. But the surprising thing is that as we speak, the prices of goods, commodities, and services are still high out there in the market. And some persons are questioning, was it really about the dollar, the Naira losing strength against the dollar? Or was it, is it beginning to be clear to every Nigerian that perhaps it's about something that has to do with Nigerians this time around? When we begin to have this positive, positive reactions or positive stories, news from the government angle, talking about the Naira gaining strength, talking about local refineries coming up, and things are still, too exorbitant on the high side in the market. What's your take? What do you think should be done in this regard?
Yeah, the thing is stability. There has never been stability in terms of the rising of the dollar and the fall of the dollar. And in business, if you maybe you made a purchase with exchange rate of 1,002, then eventually fall down to 1,001, and you're not sure whether it's going to remain on 1,001. So you sell based on 1,002, you bought that commodity. And if over time, maybe there may be stability in 1,001, then definitely over time it will now reflect. But when there is no stability, the government should put in place necessary indices, necessary things, necessary components that will ensure stability in the rise and fall of dollar. And once there is that stability, then it will now have a trickle-down effect on reduction of prices. And when there's no that, businessmen will also like to create a hedge so that they will not maybe, okay, today's dollar is 1,001, so you cost your product and sell at 1,001, and tomorrow the dollar is now 1,005.
Stability.
So stability is a problem here.
Okay, still open Parliament. Of course, our guest in the studio is Ambassador Chigorum Okeyi, right here in the studio, representing Sir Chikwe Udensi. Still talking issues, like we said, when we talk national, sometimes, or we move down to the states. Talking about the states, it is no longer news that the Abia State Harmonized Task Force has begun the enforcement of law against street trading, illegal parking, indiscriminate dumping of refuse, and of course, environmental nuisance. Yes, we are hearing that a team led by the transitional chairman or the mayor of Abbas House local government began the enforcement from Bata Junction down to Abamin Park. Of course, over time, this issue of task force, harmonized task force, has been said. But the sad thing is that after being said, you still hear people come up to say, we're not seeing anything. We still have a task force harassing people on the streets, not just task force, illegal task force, trying to extort monies from residents. But now that we are hearing about